Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes, and pay the right vendor. Now, this week's Vendor Master File tip of the week is one reason, there are more, but one critical reason why you should use separate email addresses for vendor requests and invoices. So they need to be separated. So that critical reason is that it reduces exposure to vendor sensitive information. Well, what is their sensitive information that could be in email? That is, could be their social security number. So if you're dealing with a U.S. vendor and that U.S. vendor is in that first tax classification of individual sole proprietor single member LLC, they may not have an EIN and they may give you their social security number on that W-9 that they are submitting via email. The next piece of sensitive information is banking information. So maybe they are being paid electronically by ACH or by wire. And if so, that banking information will come in via email, and everyone that has access to that email address inbox will have access to that sensitive information. And you don't want that to happen, because if they have access to that sensitive information, it means that it's one more person that can be social engineered to reveal that information to fraudsters, or be tricked into revealing that information or changing that information. In addition to that, it's also exposure to external or internal fraud or occupational fraud, because an internal employee or whoever has access to that inbox could change that information. So separating those requests, the vendor requests from the accounts payable invoices, means that you will only have the vendor team or the team members that are responsible for vendor requests with eyes on that information. And it also means this reduced number of people that can be tricked or social engineered into falling for fraud based on that information. And then all of that follows least privilege access. So least privilege access means that you only give access to accounting systems, ERPs, information, which includes email inboxes, uh, to those people that absolutely need it. If they don't need to see it, if they don't need to have it, to deal with it, to process it, then don't give them eyes on it, so that you can reduce both internal and external fraud. All right, so if you are one of the accounts payable teams or vendor teams that are still using email to collect that vendor supporting documentation, which again can include sensitive information, don't feel like you're by yourself. You are absolutely not. It's still a higher percentage of those getting that vendor supporting documentation via email versus those that are getting it via a vendor self-registration portal, where the vendor, really takes it out of email, and then the vendor can monitor or maintain their own profile and submit it through the portal. Um, uh, so you're not by yourself. And because of that, I do have an episode that I just published, episode 190. You can actually find it on this YouTube channel or wherever you listen to podcasts. And that episode is called Still Accepting Vendor Supporting Documentation Via Email. I provide 4 tips to organize your email box. All right. So if you would like more information on how to improve your vendor processes, please go to my website at deborarrichardson.com for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and just overall bad vendor data. So good luck and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week.